a special format in Asia is happening. You can only use cards from Starter Deck 2014 and Duelist Alliance onwards, and the current Forbidden and Limited list for that period will be effective. These ranking tournaments are set up by season, and you can look at that shit. Link in the description. Now, I'm going to spend the rest of this video talking about the hypothetical situation if and or when we get a type of block format. I think that the block format would be good for most things. It would cause Konami to be careful when they decide to reprint. It's something as simple as dumbass Star Pack, Astro Pack, the starter decks and structure decks. They got to be careful, and even with these core sets that we get. Some people might not like that. I'm actually a fan of that because you may notice, well, I don't know what y'all experience is with other card games, but I have some experience with Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. And it seems that they consider these things, and in a vacuum, certain cards seem better and or worse than they are in a bigger space. I think that would be good for the game. One bad thing would be, obviously, more money needed to be spent. I know not everybody do this, but some of you motherfuckers was paying a shit ton of money for a Brio. Necros, a Brionic. Didn't that motherfucker push like 100 something? I'm pretty sure at least one person did it. And the fact that at least one person did it, I don't want to be hearing no shit about that. What about all the money? You don't have to spend that money on it. But that is also a possible side effect. Certain cards that are inexpensive might go up in price because of cards in a vacuum. Now, some people would say if they made it optional, it would be better. Generally speaking, if a person has an option to do something, they have the choice to say, fuck this, I'm going to do that. Now, when this drafting thing happened, what was it, top 32, top 16, I don't remember, for YCSs, people didn't like the shit, but people still went to the YCS. So if they would want this block format thing to happen, they'd have to just put it in there at this YCS, which is happening at this certain day. It's going to be a block format, and these things are going to be legal, and these sets. And that's another benefit. You're going to actually have to pay attention to those shitty ass releases. Not just looking at, oh my god, this is such a pretty ultimate reprint. No, none of that shit. I'm not saying buying them, fuck that. But it would make some sense so you know what you can actually play. I think that's one of the reasons why Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, I'm not saying that's the only reason, but I think that is one of the reasons why the games have lasted so long. Now, Yu-Gi, I consider pretty damn fortunate that it has lasted as long as it has. Every tournament, most of them at least, are advanced format. Does anybody even play traditional? Exactly. I don't think that the advanced format should be abolished immediately. No. I think that the block format should at least be introduced. I would say one of the biggest issues with the game, one, there's really no consideration set to set. Sure, you can debut an archetype here, and then in the next set, you can put it like a card that supports that archetype. But it doesn't seem like there's a lot of consideration for the format that you're in, right? Because you have cards way back when that are usable in decks today, if they're not banned or something. Reasoning and Infernoids. And if you was just a bit more careful about what you printed, then perhaps certain archetypes may have a better chance. All hypothetical, by the way. So, of course, I'd like to thank everybody that decided to watch this shit. I do appreciate it. If you would like to support little old me, I am not asking for your money. But what I am asking for is literally seconds out your day and click an advertisement. By you doing that simple ass shit, it actually does help me live some type of way. I don't feel comfortable asking you for your money. I'm always thankful, grateful, appreciative if you spend some time to do that. And if this is your first time, you've actually done that first time, I thank you so much.